What's going on, everybody? This is the Blockchain Backer, bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. Today, quick peek over here at the Bitcoin price chart and the altcoin market as prices have taken a tumble. We were pretty green earlier in the morning, but everything has kind of flipped red as the stock market has opened, and we've gotten red action over there. Prices still kind of ranging within the area that they've been in for the last several days. So not a lot to say over here in the cryptocurrency market outside of news. We are going to cover some news in the cryptocurrency market today with some securities talk. We have XRP news, big XRP news. They'll peek over there at the stock market as well. But I think the major talk today is really about the news. A quick update over here on the stock market with the Dow Jones, right? One of the things we've been talking about seeing is if this is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In Elliott wave theory, requirement is to close at least above this level. The Dow Jones is dancing with it right now. If the Dow Jones does close below this level for Elliott wave theory and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it does negate that, opening up the door for that to be the actual top of the stock market. And could it potentially just be an ABC correction coming in here? You got somewhat of a bear pennant accumulating up in here as we just A, B, C. The door is still open for that. We're going to wait and see how the stock market closes today and be able to talk more about it tomorrow. But like we talked about, a lot of times we will see wicks come down below here. Question is, how is the daily candle going to close in here? And right now, there's still a little over 3.5 hours until this daily candle does close here on the stock market for an Elliott wave count. So we'll check in on that tomorrow. But we can see that the S&P 500 is still above that level, and so is the NASDAQ. But heading back to crypto, we actually have a lot of news and a lot of things that are happening over the course of the next 3 weeks, or at least in the month of September for cryptocurrency. I personally can think of 3 very particular things that are happening for crypto. I don't hear very many people talking about this, but if you remember back in March of this year, the White House issued an executive order for a lot of different departments in the government to report back on the cryptocurrency market to help form regulations of the digital asset space. In that executive order, it's 6 months to get back and get the reporting together. Guess what? 6 months from March is September. So we're expecting at least that all of those departments will report back to the White House regarding the digital asset space. And we can see through this document how many times 180 days is mentioned in here. It's mentioned 7 different times for these departments to report back to the White House. And 180 days from March 9th is September 5th. So we can all speculate on what that means, whether that's good, whether that's bad, I don't know. And we also don't know how quick they're going to make any type of announcement from that. And, does the September 5th deadline mean that they're going to post something for all of us to see? Or is it just for their own personal use? I don't know. But that's coming up. That deadline's done in September. Next up on September 15th is anticipated to be the merge for Ethereum switching to proof of stake. Quick article from the New York Times. After a rough year in the cryptocurrency market, obviously we all know that. Here we go. Now the industry is fixated on a potential saving grace, a long-awaited software upgrade to the most popular cryptocurrency platform, Ethereum, which provides the technological backbone for thousands of crypto projects. The upgrade, known as the merge, has gained near mythical status after years of delays that left some insiders questioning whether it would ever happen. But if all goes according to plan, the merge will take place around September 15th, more than 8 years after it was initially discussed. The change would shift Ethereum to a more energy-efficient infrastructure, addressing the widespread criticism that crypto's climate impact outweighs its possible benefits, and it would lay the foundation for future upgrades to reduce the hefty fees required to conduct transactions in Ether, the platform's signature currency and the second most valuable digital asset after Bitcoin. So, number 2, September 15th, we have the merge. And today we had a big event happen on Twitter, and it's still curious of whether or not the trigger has been pulled early on this, that 80% of validators have voted in favor of the XLS20 amendment. So a lot of guys posting over there. Even I posted getting all excited about it. And then I looked over here for Matt Hamilton, who then states, wait, I may have been wrong on this. Someone has pointed out that it has to be above 80%, and it's currently exactly 80%, so it might need one more vote. And then I was wrong. It is greater than 80%, not greater than or equal to 80%. This was changed by an earlier amendment a year ago, so one more vote needed to start the countdown. So it looks like we're very close to getting one more vote in favor of the XLS20 update. If that comes in the next day or two, then the clock starts ticking for a September NFT launch on the XRP ledger. If that came in today, the 14-day clock would start today, meaning September 13th becomes tomorrow. Looking at September 14th, the next day, September 15th, right in line, kind of the same time frame there for the merge. And while that's exciting, and we'll talk more about that if we get the actual vote later today or tomorrow, we'll really talk about it in another video for XRP and the XLS20 update, NFTs, all that good stuff. But it's looking like September for that if we keep going at the trajectory we're going at with the additional votes coming in favor. Once you cross 80%, you have to stay there for 2 weeks. And while this news in particular isn't for actual September, it's concerning. Here from CoinDesk, Grayscale disclosing SEC queries says cryptos, Stellar Lumens, Zcash, and Horizon may be securities. The three tokens may currently be a security based on the facts as they exist today, Grayscale said in recent little noticed filings. The disclosures appear in filings for trust containing the native cryptocurrencies of the Stellar, Zcash, and Horizon blockchains. In the filings, Grayscale said it was responding to SEC staff from Division of Corporate Finance as well as Enforcement, the investigations wing that recently doubled down on policing crypto. And you can see this screenshot between their June filing and their August filing, in which June, like for Zcash, for example, putting in here, clear writing in here, the sponsor acknowledges that Zcash may currently be a security based on the facts as they exist today, rather than Zcash in its current form, or if the characteristics of Zcash change over time, may in the future be found by the SEC or federal court to be a security. So the wording has changed in here that it may be a security currently, rather than being maybe in the future be found to be a security. They found this for Zcash, Horizon, and Stellar Lumen. Not sure what to make of that for those three assets. Of course, for those in the XRP community, seeing Stellar Lumens listed in there adds more nightmares if you are in Stellar Lumens. I know a lot of XRP community people are in Stellar Lumens as well. After Jed McCaleb has now stepped down from Stellar Lumens Foundation, I believe, recently. Seems kind of like a plethora of things kind of stacking not in Stellar Lumens' favor. One of the interesting things about Stellar Lumens, though, is that just 3 weeks ago, Robinhood listed Stellar Lumens. So you can actually buy and sell Stellar Lumens on Robinhood. So hard to take from that, but something kind of, I guess, keep an eye on. Everybody from the XRP community is scarred from the SEC. And if you're not in the XRP community and you haven't felt the wrath of the SEC, it's not fun. I don't know what the risks are here with these in regards to that, but it was something to take notice of. You can look this up yourself. But speaking of the SEC, my boy Jungle Inc. over here on YouTube, which if you don't know who he is, he's a phenomenal subscribe over here on YouTube. He puts out lots of motivational content, really, but also he's very educated on what's going on in this space, talking about how he believes that a settlement will come in September. Most times, when I hear that, I'm kind of like, whatever. But I respect Jungle Inc. He must have pretty good reasoning to believe that. Of course, we've heard that many times of settlement coming. But Jungle Inc. has been here, and I've been subscribed to Jungle Inc. or watched Jungle Inc. for at least 4 years. So we'll keep an eye on that for an XRP settlement in there in September. But we'll see about that when the time comes. And any updates that come, I'll check in with you guys on that. Of course, I think by the time something happened, the news would break much faster than me putting out a video. But all right, that's everything kind of going on in September. Rumor mill on Ripple and the SEC, all of the things for the White House and the executive order that was placed back there in March. All of those departments are to be reporting by September 5th. The XLS20 amendment is now at 80%. One tick away from the 14-day clock starting, which would land you somewhere in September. And we have the merge coming up on September 15th. So a lot going on heading into the next month. Big question is here, will Bitcoin and the crypto market just continue to behave as it has? As we sit on top of the previous all-time high on the market cap here, as we talked about yesterday, we've got that cross coming in on the 50-week and the 100-week. All the elements looking incredibly similar to finished capitulation forms of previous bear markets for Bitcoin. And if we're just going to continue waddling sideways here for a while for the Bitcoin price chart and cryptocurrency market. So I'll keep an eye on the stock market over there, see how we close. We'll probably be talking about that tomorrow. And then hopefully by tomorrow, we can sit there and say it's official. The 14-day clock has started for the XLS20 amendment on the XRP ledger. But until then, we'll check in on it. when the time comes. As for price action in the market today, it's a red day out there. It's just going to kind of be how are things going to close? Nothing drastic has happened to Bitcoin. I think the bigger story is, is there something happening in the stock market? So that's what we'll peek at tomorrow and try to tie that into cryptos. Otherwise, as for September, there's a lot to look forward to. We'll see if some of that can outweigh the market conditions that we've been dealing with. But otherwise, that'll be it today for a Tuesday. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you could, please like this video and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor, but if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.